Hey guys, so I'm starting off with another video, and I am using the Colourpop No Filter Concealer to prime my lids. I'm blending that out with a Morphe makeup sponge, and then I took my Sephora concealer brush and just blended out my inner corners to make sure that everything is nice and diffused before applying eyeshadow. Now for my eyeshadow, I'm using the ABH Norvina collection. This is volume 3, and I'm taking a Morphe M519 brush and the shade E4, which is this really pretty vibrant yellow color, and I'm just packing that into my crease. This is going to be our transition color, so I'm just focusing this color right directly into my crease and building it up as much as possible. Now I'm taking an old Coastal Scents brush. It doesn't have a number or anything. It's just kind of like a pointed blender. And I'm using the shade C2, which is like a fiery reddish orange color. And I'm packing that onto my lid. Well, not my lid, my outer V. I'm going to start bringing this in all the way into my inner corner. However, I did notice that while using this color, it was kind of patchy, like it was lifting in certain spots, so I had to keep going back and packing more in and blending and packing more in. I don't know, like this color, just, you can see it if you look really closely. You can see what I'm talking about, the patchiness. Luckily, I end up cutting my crease, so you can't really tell. But yeah, I just packed this on and ended up blending it out as much as I could. Now with the shade A2, which is a nice, really pretty, vibrant orange, I'm taking a Morphe M506 small blending brush. This brush is perfect to blend out your outer edges to your eyeshadow. It just perfectly fits into your crease, and I don't know, just I feel like smaller eyeshadow brushes are better to blend out eyeshadow rather than a large blending brush. Well, depending on the look that you're going for. But when you're working with vibrant colors like this, I think the M506 is perfect. So again, I'm just blending out the C2 shade with the A2 shade and just making sure that I blend the red and the yellow together with the orange. You can see right here, especially the patchiness that I was talking about with the color C2. You can just see right on my outer corner of my eye where I'm kind of missing eyeshadow. So I end up having to go back in and reapply the shade C2, but it just didn't want to cling on. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe I used the wrong primer on my eyes, but yeah, it just did not want to stick to my eye. And then going back in with the E4 shade and that M519 brush, I'm just making sure to diffuse the outer edges and make sure that you can still see a little bit of yellow. I didn't want the orange to overpower it. Then I went ahead and cut my crease off camera, and I'm going back in with that Coastal Scents brush and the shade C2 and just building up my outer V just so that the red kind of stands out. Now with this part, I ended up taking a flat shader brush, flat eyeshadow brush with the color A3, which was like this really pretty kind of neon orangey pastel color. If pastel and neon were a thing. I am shit at describing, but yeah, I packed that onto my lid, but I didn't like the way this looked, and like the matte shadow did not want to cling on to my lid for some reason. It looked really patchy. So what I did was I just continued to pack this onto my lid. I did it to both eyes because if you do it to one, you have to do it to the other. And then with that same brush, what I ended up doing was just taking the shade D5 and packing that over top of the E3 with the same brush. And I think it came out really nice, actually. I probably like the way it looked better with the shimmer than how it looked all matte. And I want to mention that if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do so. I finally hit 200 subscribers. Can we make it 500? Who knows? Hit that subscribe button and help your sister out. My favorite part of this look was applying that D5 on my lid. Like, I don't know, it just did something to this look that I wasn't expecting, and it looks so pretty. Going back in with my Morphe M506, I'm just building out the outer edges and then going in with the E4 shade, and again making sure that you can see the yellow peeking from the crease color. I did want to make sure that yellow did pop. Using a Morphe M507 brush, I picked up a little bit more of C2, and I kind of used this, it's a pointy eyeshadow brush, so I used that portion to make sure that the crease color, or wherever you want to call it, where I cut my crease, where it's kind of a sharper line, I wanted to make sure that that part of my eye was nice and sharp and defined, but also blended out. So I'm going back and forth with the M507 and the M506. Those, in my opinion, are probably two of the best brushes that Morphe has to blend your eyeshadow. Now working on my lower lash line, I took the color C2, buffed that underneath my lower lash line, and then I went back in with the color A2 and also added that to my lower lash line just to kind of mimic what I did to my crease. Actually, it wasn't the color A2. I actually used E4 and blended that underneath my lower lash line to help blend C2. These eyeshadow names are not confusing. I feel like they're easy to follow along, but I just feel kind of funny saying letters and numbers rather than actual eyeshadow names. Now taking the color C1, which is a really pretty gold shimmer color, I use that for my inner corner highlight with a Morphe. Does this have a number? No, it actually doesn't have a number. Just a Morphe eyeshadow brush. And then I ended up taking the color D2 and lightly applying that to my brow bone. I like a little bit of brow bone shimmer. I don't like it to be too strong. I just like a little subtle glow. Now, using my used and abused Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, I'm mixing all three of these shades together and contouring my face. Yeah, same old, same old. These steps don't usually ever change. They're the same from almost all of my videos. Now, using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Peachy Love, I'm using the shade Miami, which is a really pretty orange blush color. And I'm buffing that onto my face, onto my cheeks, but I'm dragging it upward almost to where the eyeshadow meets the blush to kind of go with the orangey, peachy kind of theme we got going on the eyes. I think this blush was perfect to go with this eye look, and I like blush, so for some this might be too much blush, but I think I always over apply blush because to me it fades anyways. And again, I really like blush, so I don't mind having a lot of blush on. And then taking a dual fiber brush, I'm just blending all of that together, diffusing the color just a little bit and making sure that all the powders look really blended seamlessly. Now I'm taking my Lorac highlighter, and it's in the shade Glow for Gold. It's the Light Source Megabeam highlighter. This highlighter, I won it in a giveaway actually, and it is the perfect gold for my skin color. When I put it on, I feel like you can spot my highlight from like down the block. It's perfect. And I'm using a Morphe M501 highlighting brush to apply that. Now to line my lips, I'm using my MAC Cosmetics Whirl lip liner. This was one of my favorite lip liners, yeah, that I have ever purchased. I have found others that I really like more than this one, but this is still like a staple in my makeup collection. And then to fill in my lips, I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in the color Honey. I really like their liquid lipsticks. I'm sorry, their regular lipsticks. The mattes are matte, but they're not an uncomfortable matte lipstick, so I do enjoy that. And then over top of Honey, I applied the Anastasia Beverly Hills glosses in Butterscotch and in Freya. So this is the final look. I'm really obsessed with the way that this eyeshadow turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, subscribe, and thumbs up this video if you did enjoy it. And I will see you guys in the next one.